I've never been like a super small girl, but with the first pregnancy, I got pregnant in like July. I didn't start showing until like December. I spent a long time like, when am I gonna get a baby bump? When am I gonna be able to take my photo shoot? Well, baby, that's not the case this time. So this time, my body said, oh, baby, I know what to do. We're gonna go ahead and get this popping. So I've always been a big girl, but I ain't never had stomach. I got stomach. And I'm only 12 weeks. So, yeah. Get you some of that. And I'm just like, how much of this is bloat and how much of this is, baby, what's happening? So, yeah. Let's get into this video. Hi Nesters, welcome to the West Nest. I am Rabbit West, aka West Nest Jess, and thank you for joining me. I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for the support in the last video. Like, thank you for the kind words, for the congratulations. It really meant a lot. Y'all be wildin'. But thank you so much. So as I promised, I am here with a pregnancy update. It's January 10th. It's a Wednesday. And I today am 12 weeks pregnant to the T, on the dot. With that being said, what I'm going to do in this video is let you know like my current symptoms and what I'm kind of going through. I'm going to let you know the baby development, and we'll touch on the appointment that has taken place between last video and this one. So here we go. I am 12 weeks today, and I'm sorry I'm not as well put together as I normally am, or at least I normally think I am. It's like 6:30 in the morning. I have not been sleeping. So since about maybe 2 weeks before Christmas, I wake up somewhere between 12 and 3 a.m. and I'm up for at least 3 hours. Worst case scenario, I'm up for the rest of the morning. It's a thing that happens with some women in the first trimester. I'm sick and tired of it. And honestly, when I do sleep through the night, like last night, I slept through the night. I've been up for about 2 hours. Again, it's like 6:40 now, and I'm already ready for a nap. I'm tired, and I'm tired all of the time. This tiredness, whether I get sleep or not, has been going on since about maybe a week and a half before Thanksgiving. There's this infamous picture floating around our family group chat of me like knocked out at Thanksgiving. Everybody else is in a whole nother separate part of the house, and Bird Atticus got sleepy, and so I took him to put him down and put myself down, honey. It's embarrassing, but if I find a picture, I'll insert it. But I'm just tired, and I'm tired of being tired. I wrote this stuff down because I've also been hit with pregnancy brain full effect. Now, the issue with that is baby, it never went away from the first pregnancy, okay? But I've adjusted. I make lists, and I get through the day to make sure I don't forget things. But I become more spaced out in my conversation now. It's like I can't pull words from my brain's database. I just like blank out a lot. So bear with me. But I've made notes, so hopefully that helps. So we talked about just me being exhausted, fatigued, terrible sleeping habits, not my fault. Boob soreness. The boobies be hurting, okay? The boobies be sore. So right now I'm in a space where I'm wearing these like little flimsy like sports bra situations, and your girl's well endowed, okay? I am in the double D family, and I need structure. However, structure be killing your girl right now. So again, I'm here with these little flimsy bras, And because of that, honestly, I've been working from home more. As you know, I work for a financial institution. The dress code is business casual, and just the thought of getting up in the morning and having to put on those clothes and then driving 47 minutes to work just drains me. I can't. And I'm a work from office person. I do have a fully remote job, but I always am in office. So this is new to me. It's new so much so that if you peep the scenery, we are, and by we I mean me and Pumpkin, are developing my home office a year almost into having this new house. We are just putting together my office because I've not needed it. It had just been a space where we put boxes. So that's happened. I haven't really had nausea. Now, Sunday night, we went out to eat and we were taking Addie to his Mimi's house because I had an appointment coming up Monday morning extremely early. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I don't take Addie into hospital settings that don't require him being there because hospitals are germy. And so we stopped at this Mexican spot. Shout out to La Rancherita. It was tasty and delectable treats. However, it didn't stay down for me. And that's really my first kind of nausea inducing situation with this pregnancy. I haven't had to take anything with this pregnancy because I didn't have any problems. I ate a very small amount at the restaurant because I've just learned from the last pregnancy it's better to eat small, frequent meals. But for some reason, the ride from the restaurant to Mimi's, the drop off Addie, I was just fighting nausea. By the time we got to Mimi's house, the car wasn't even in the driveway before I had to pop out. And I lost my dinner. But that's really been my only trial with like nausea or vomiting. So far so good. I'm not going to complain. Now my cravings have been craving. Okay. With Addie, I did this thing at the beginning of the pregnancy where I wanted Bo-Berry biscuits. So if you're coming from where I'm from, Anthony Hamilton voice. If you're coming from where I'm from, Bojangles is a chain like chicken restaurant, and they have these biscuits that have blueberries in them and yummy icing on the top. A1. And I wanted those all of the time at the beginning of Addie's pregnancy. Not so much this time, but your girl has been on blueberry pancakes hard. I don't eat a lot of sweets normally, but sweets, any sweet that you can give me that has some type of fruit flavor or fruit infused in it, I want it. I've also been heavy on random, but potato salad, specifically Amish potato salad from Sam's. I have just within the past week really been on Sprite, but it has to be canned Sprite, which is crazy because I don't drink sodas. I haven't drank sodas in over 10 years, but here we are. Smoked sausage. A smoked sausage sandwich will set it off for me at any time. Actually, when I finish filming this, that's probably what I'm going to go make. And I have had some aversions as well. Chicken in the with. Okay, we're going to try and speak English. Chicken with the bone in it is a major turnoff for me. Unfortunately, wings are one of my favorite things. And this happened with Addie, pregnant with Addie as well. I just can't do chicken with the bone. Like, I don't want it. Get from around me, Satan. Go to hell. That's really the only thing that's kind of turned me off. I don't know why that is, but that's where I'm sitting right now as far as symptoms, aversions, cravings. As far as baby's progress is concerned, again, I'm at 12 weeks, so a lot of stuff has happened between conception and now. You know, we have bones and bone marrow forming. My baby now has arms and fingers and toes. This next week should be the development of the digestive system, and the baby is somewhere between 2 and 2 1/4 inches long. So right now we are the size of like a large lime. So yay. Everything seems to be fine. I have not had an ultrasound since my viability appointment, but everything looked really good. We weren't able to actually hear the heartbeat because it was so early. I think I was 5 weeks at that point. Um, but we were able to see the heartbeat and everything looked normal with that. So that leads me into my appointment. So it's Wednesday the 10th. On Monday the 8th, we had our genetic appointment. So me and Pumpkin went. And just for some background, which I'll give you guys a story time of my last pregnancy from finding out right up until the birth of Atticus. But I was with a different healthcare system. So when we bought this house, we are very far away from Wake Med, which is my previous healthcare system. So I've had to change over to Duke Health. And I wasn't mad about it because when I tell you that's going to be a story time, because I have some issues with my healthcare team. But I am the type of person that I'm always going to do my research. I'm always going to educate myself. And I'm always going to be the most important person in my healthcare team. You're not going to tell me what's going on. I'm going to be involved in what's going on. And if you're pregnant, you're looking to get pregnant, I suggest you do the same. Advocate for yourself, because I had some issues with Wake Med, but that's a different story for a different day. So I'm with Duke Health now. We sat down with a genetic counselor by the name of Amanda. She was lovely. She made me confident in her abilities, just with the questions that she asked. So excuse me, they asked us about our medical history. You know, they want to know any diseases that may run in our family, cancers, any genetic irregularities that may run in the family. And so she was really thorough, and she went down my family history, and then she went down Pumpkin's family history. They even asked us if we had done like Ancestry.com or 23andMe to see if we had a breakdown of like, you know, what made us, where we came from, what contributed to our bloodlines. And I had, so we actually pulled it up and we went over it. And the point of that was to see if there were genetic irregularities that ran in those places that I may needed to be tested for, because, you know, I had this percentage of Irish Wales or this percentage of Cameroon or whatever. She didn't find anything that was particularly alarming, which was good. And with the previous pregnancy, they didn't either. However, at least in the state of North Carolina, everyone is offered genetic counseling and genetic testing. It is highly recommended when you are going through a mature pregnancy, just because the chances of a chromosome irregularity are higher the older that you are. So much like last time, with the last pregnancy, we opted to do the prenatal free cell DNA screening. And they took my blood right there in office, and they said, you know, we're going to mail it out and you'll have your results in 7 to 10 days. So I, of course, asked, you know, what is the company that you're going to use? Because I just wanted to do a little bit of research. And I also like to get like a cost analysis, because having a baby can be costly. And like, side note, when I was pregnant with, no, right before I got pregnant with Atticus, my boss at the time, shout out to you, girl, she had just had a baby on my work's healthcare plan, and she had to pay like 20% of her healthcare costs throughout the pregnancy. And that can add up. She's, you know, a year or two older than me, so we're in the same boat as far as the mature pregnancies were concerned. And sometimes with mature pregnancies, when they consider you high risk, you have a lot of appointments, and those appointments add up, and they can be costly when you're seeing so many appointments back to back to back and so many tests, etc. So I was like,
20%?
baby. So my birthday's in November. Pumpkins is 2 days after mine. So that week in November, it's usually like the second week in November, we always take off and we usually like go on a vacation of some sort. So prior to being pregnant with Atticus, that's what we did. Turns out my enrollment for benefits at work began and ended that week. So I missed enrollment in healthcare benefits,
Bruh.
which ended up being a blessing because Shamari's, or Pumpkins, began a couple weeks after we got back, and I was able to hop on his insurance. He works for the federal government, and baby, they pay 100%. Okay? So, shout out to them feds. We ended having zero costs for Addie's pregnancy. So shout out to them feds. But anyway, the point of that was I'm still on his insurance because we did want to get pregnant again. We knew that. But I still wanted to see, because I'm on a different healthcare system. Is this stuff still going to be covered, etc.? And the genetic testing is. So, honey, I did some research into this company. It's called Myriad Genetics. And it is called Myriad Genetics for a reason, baby, because they testing for a myriad of things, okay? It is about 170 different foresight carrier screenings that they test for. And of course, you know, you've got the stuff that they normally test for. So trisomy 13, Down syndrome. Baby, it's so much. Oh, it's so much. They even test for something called maple syrup urine disease. Um, it's just a lot. Muscular dystrophy, you name it, and they're testing for it. But again, it's like 170 different diseases and irregularities. So they sent me an email Tuesday, Myriad did, and they let me know they received my sample. I should have my results within 7 to 10 days. They didn't say whether it would be business days or not, but you know, it's whatever. I'm not worried. My faith is bigger than any worry I could have, so it's just a process that we're going through. Now, they also do the Rh blood type, which tells us the gender of the baby. We're still at a toss up with that. So me and I'm going to say my immediate family, you know, I've lost my mother, but my mother-in-law, aka Mimi, my dad, Pumpkin, myself, we are all on separate pages. So I want a surprise. This is my second pregnancy, and being quite honest, it's probably my last. And I did everything with Atticus that I wanted to do. I did the gender reveal. I did the shower. I did the, you know, pregnancy photo shoot. I did all of those things, and this time I just wanted to be a surprise. However, you know, my husband, aka Shotgun Kales, um, wants to know. He hasn't really said if he wants a gender reveal or not, but he wants to know. My mother-in-law wants a surprise, and my dad is just generally indifferent. As long as the baby's healthy, he's fine with either way we go. But you know, by we I mean my side of the family has lost a lot of people. Um, Starting from like 2 years prior to COVID until now, we've just lost a lot of our loved ones. And sometimes it's important to have things that everyone's excited about and that the family can rally behind. And I know that a gender reveal would be very exciting and a reason to get together. Um, with that being said, right, the last 3 children born on my side of the family have been boys. So last year, actually, 2 of my cousins gave birth to little boys. And then the child prior to that was also a little boy. So we got a lot of testosterone running around. And that's not including Atticus. And then on Shamari's side, um, the last 3 children born were also boys, not including Addie. So it's just a whole lot of testosterone going on. I know everyone would love to see a little girl. I just want Team Happy Baby. But I think it would be exciting to have something we could all come together around. So it's still up in the air as far as that is concerned. I don't know what we'll do yet. I just don't know. But with that being said, that is the update. We've covered appointment, baby progress, symptoms. Yeah. I've got my next appointment on the 16th. So I will be back to let you know what's going on at that point. But as of right now, again, I really thank you for your support. I thank you for your prayers, for your congratulatory words. And I thank you for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to continue to follow me on this journey, and I will see you guys next time. I am Rabbit West, aka West Nest Jess, and I'm going to take a nap.